Over the week, we've obviously heard some very good news stories of great successes in the HIV response, reduction in new infections, reduction in AIDS-related deaths, 14 million people on treatment. But we've learned about how much more needs to be done, and we've learned that one size doesn't fit all, that there are enormous variations in the epidemic with geographical hotspots in key affected populations, and we need to target our interventions to have the biggest effect. We've heard lots around prevention, new moves in pre-exposure prophylaxis, new ways of delivering PrEP, but there's a lot of operational issues in understanding, again, the epidemic and how best to implement prevention strategies. I think a key theme of the conference has been around stigma and discrimination, and no one summarised that better than Michael Kirby at the beginning, saying that we need to applaud and support those brave members of key affected populations that have stood up in countries like Russia, Uganda and Nigeria, many of whom had visited here. And we, as a global community, we need to make sure that they're supported in every way. Finally, as a scientist, I've obviously been very interested in the new science, particularly around cure and vaccine research. I think the field is moving ahead rapidly. I think we've learnt that remission is probably a better term to use than cure. We do know that we can induce remission. We learned that from the Mississippi baby, but we now need to work to understand how that was done and how to extend the time that someone can safely stop antiretroviral therapy. And finally, for me, this conference is all around the legacy, what will continue beyond 5 days in Melbourne. And I'm particularly proud of the AIDS 2014 legacy statement that was issued by all the states and territory ministries of health to commit Australia to the virtual elimination of new infections by 2020. A very bold statement, and one that will totally energise what we do here in this country.